Hi everyone, welcome back to Scented Moments channel. I'm Jolima. In this video I want to talk about my top 10 winter fragrances of this year. And like usual, I will talk about my top 5 designers and top 5 niche fragrances, although this time I have a two-way tie in the niche category, but you will see. So let's start off with the designer fragrances here, and in the number 5 spot it's from the house of Maison Margiela, and it is by the Fireplace. This one right here, by the Fireplace. It's a very well-known fragrance from this house. This is, like the name implies, smells exactly like you are by the fireplace. This has this roasted chestnut with smoked burnt woods. It has a smokiness in here which is quite prominent. It's sweet, not overly sweet, at least not for me, and this is very cozy. This is a very warm and enveloping, and it's simply delicious. It has gourmand qualities because of the sweet roasted chestnut, but I think that this has more things going on than just being a gourmand fragrance, because of the burnt smoked woods. It's amazing. I absolutely love this one. Very long lasting actually, but it's not like it's not obnoxious, and it's not that it's a fragrance that it will project or something like that. No, not at all. It's a fragrance that it's alluring. It leaves a nice scent cloud around you. It's perfect for winter, for those cozy nights at home. You will wear this one. It's by the Fireplace by Maison Margiela. Just number 5 because it's not the most versatile fragrance that I have here in this list. So nonetheless, it's my favorite from Maison Margiela. I still have a couple of other fragrances that I do really love, like Whispers in the Library, and Jazz Club is also decent, although it's not the most unique, unlike this one, and some others that now I am not remembering the name, but this is definitely my favorite. Number 5 spot is By the Fireplace by Maison Margiela. Now coming in number 4 spot is from the house of Hermès, and this is such a hidden gem. It is L'Ombre des Merveilles. L'Ombre des Merveilles is a beautiful amber scent with florals, floral notes and musk. This has a sparkliness into it. I mean, and I absolutely love the bottle presentation. Also, I did a comparison video between when I'm comparing this L'Ombre des Merveilles and Elixir des Merveilles, which could have been featured in this list. Actually, it has more gourmand qualities, but I slightly prefer this one, L'Ombre des Merveilles. This feels more sensual, feels more alluring, feels even more unique, because you don't have a lot of amber fragrances in the mainstream designer realm, and this is so well done, so well balanced. This is not your typical very sweet, gooey, resinous, sticky amber. No, this is more balanced. While it has resinous and sweet qualities, but it's not too much. The florals in here gives a more elegant and a more sophistication feel to the amber. And also you have musk. It has like a powdery slash sparkly effect, if that makes sense. And in the end, this is a very elegant, very sophisticated amber, perfect for date night scenarios actually. Great performance, and it's unisex through and through. It's a fantastic amber. You just need to love ambers. I'm not a big fan of floral fragrances, so if you might be a bit skeptical by trying this one, just do it, because I'm not a big fan of florals as well, but here is done to perfection. I really love this one. Number 4, I mean, This was a very tough list to rank. Actually, any of these could be my number one easily, especially in the designer side, in the niche side. I'm sorry, in the niche side. I mean, any of those could be number one. This could also be number one, but my number one is my eternal number one winter fragrance, as you will see. Nonetheless, this is a fantastic scent, high quality fragrance, very underrated, from the house of Hermès. If you love ambers, this is a must have. Merveilles, number 4 spot. Coming in the number 3 spot, it's from house of Bvlgari, and it is Au Thé Noir. This one right here. Beautiful looking bottle. This is from the tea collection of Bvlgari, which is, I think this version is a bit harder to find. I think it's not discontinued, but it's harder to find. Nonetheless, this is a fantastic scent, and although this is an eau de cologne, this has an amazing performance. So this is all about smoked black tea, rose, and oud. The oud here, I mean, it's very westernized, it's not funky at all, and it's not even that prominent. The most prominent notes here are definitely the black tea, that smoked black tea with rose, and it creates, ooh, it's so sexy. And so bougie. I mean, it feels avant-garde, although not that this is the most groundbreaking fragrance, no it's not, but it's so out there, outgoing. I love this one. It still has unique qualities. I mean, black tea, rose, oud, I mean, it's not a combination that you see every day, and here it's done to perfection. Actually, Bvlgari has tremendous tea fragrances. Bvlgari does tea fragrances like any other brand, and after all, this is their tea line. Au Thé Noir is amazing. Again, great rose, great blend overall. It's a fantastic scent, perfect more for night outs, more for if you want to feel more extravagant. I think this is perfect for that, and still feeling quite sexy. I really do love this one. Unisex, again, another one, and I highly advise you to check this one out for the winter time. Again, great performance, it has depth, it has body into it, and if you love tea fragrances like I do, this is definitely a must-have. It's Bvlgari Au Thé Noir, number 3 spot. Coming in the number 2 spot, it's from the house of Chanel, and it is Egoiste. This is a masterpiece. I already talked about this fragrance. I already did a review of this one actually. This is the signature scent for winter time. This is my favorite Chanel fragrance for men in their more mainstream collection. Egoiste, wow, this is a timeless masterpiece. This is all about spices, carnation, and sandalwood. So well done, so many layers, so much depth, and so elegant, so sophisticated, so masculine. And yes, I do feel that this one leans more masculine. And if you love sandalwood, I think this is definitely at least a must try. This might not be for everyone because this can come across like a very mature, maybe old school scent. For me, I think it's very modern to this day. I think it's not dated, not at all. And you have some fragrances that are inspired by this one. It's a tremendous scent with great performance, another one, and that's why for me it's perfect. It's a signature scent worthy for the winter time. It's simply that good. It's Egoiste from Chanel. It's in the number 2 spot. Coming in the number 1 spot, well, this here, no surprises. I don't have any surprises here. It's from House of Dior. It's Dior Homme Parfum. Dior Homme Parfum, I mean, this has been always featured on my winter lists. Either as honorable mention, either as number 1 or number 2. I mean, always here in this list. This is one of my all-time favorite designer fragrances ever. This is all about iris, rose, leather, and woods. It's magical. This is another masterpiece for me. Feel free to check out my video about fragrance masterpieces. And this is so intoxicating and so thick and rich and dense. I absolutely love this one. A tremendous leather accord in here with iris, which a note that I absolutely love. I also love leather, and actually stay tuned for my top 10 favorite leather fragrances that I will upload soon. This is again a masterpiece. It's very heavy, and performance it's immense. So you need to go easy on the trigger. I'm featuring Dior Parfum as my number one because nowadays it's a bit easier to find, at least here in Europe, and that's why I'm featuring it as my number one, because I was thinking that maybe I would prefer, or I would mention other fragrance, because this is a bit hard to find, if not impossible to find, like in US and Canada, but well, I still decided to feature because it's still available. I think it's in the Dior's website, at least in Europe, in the 100 ml bottle, and it smells the same. Again, I have yet to try, but from the reviews that I already saw, that I already read, I mean, they all say that the opening it feels fresher, but as it develops, smells exactly the same. So that's why I'm featuring it as my number one. I simply love this. It's Dior Homme Parfum. Now let's talk about my niche fragrances, and this was hard to rank. This was very hard even to pick, but let's go. From the house of Profumum Roma, number 5 spot. We are starting with a bang here. It is Sorriso. Sorriso is one of the best gourmand fragrances out there, especially one of the best chocolate fragrances out there. Actually, I already did a top 10 best chocolate fragrances. I think it was last year that I uploaded, but it's still quite updated, let's say. I don't have any new chocolate fragrances that I absolutely love. This is still one of my favorites, alongside with Gourmand Coquin from Guerlain, which could easily be featured in this video, let's be real, but well, I decided to go with Profumum Roma. And I was also debating between this one, Sorriso, or Ambra Aurea, Patchouli, but well, because I already talked about and I already mentioned those fragrances on my previous winter lists, I wanted to include Sorriso. And also I wanted to include a gourmand fragrance in this winter list because I love gourmands. This smells like chocolate pudding with a touch of orange. It's so delicious. Oh, it's so delicious, so real, so smooth. And although, I mean, you don't have any natural ingredients in here, of course, but it smells natural, it smells so realistic, and it's never too much, it's never too sweet, it's never too dense or never too cloying. It's just well balanced, and it's a high quality scent, like all Profumum Roma fragrances are. Very long lasting, very alluring, very sensual, very seductive. I love this. Sorriso, it's one of the best gourmand fragrances out there, definitely. From the house of Profumum Roma, just number 5, which could be number 1, but well, this video will be number 5, Sorriso from Profumum Roma. Now coming in number 4 spot in here, it's a tie. And this was so hard because I wanted to include an oud scent. So I included a oud rose or rose oud scent and a fragrance that it's just oud with musk. So let's start with the rose oud. It's from House of PENHALIGON'S, and it is the Uncompromising Sohan from the Portrayals collection. Beautiful looking bottle. Yes, you might be wondering why I'm featuring this one instead of Oud Palau, because when I uploaded my favorite oud fragrances, Oud Palau was actually above the Uncompromising Sohan, but this is more versatile than Oud Palau. And because Oud Palau it's more funky, although it has more nuances, but because of the funky nature, it's harder to wear. This one, although it also has like a funky quality, but you have a huge overdose of saffron with rosebud and of course oud. This is so sexy and so seductive, so intense, and it's also quite thick. It's a thick fragrance. The Uncompromising Sohan, it's perfect for winter, and it's definitely one of the best blind buys. Yes, I blind bought this one, and it is one of the best blind buys, and it's definitely one of the best purchases of this year. Actually, I will also upload the best purchases, fragrance purchases of this year for me. This will definitely be included in that list. I love this one. It's the Uncompromising Sohan as a rose oud. The other fragrance that I want to mention, and I will wear this, I'm wearing this one a lot actually. It's from the house of Ajmal, and it's Mukhallat Shams. I've been talking a lot recently about this fragrance, one of the best discoveries ever. I purchased this at Notino for 50 euros, and I can tell you this is worth way much more than just 50 euros because of the oud in here feels so real and so natural. Wow. And it has funky qualities as well, but it feels so natural. Again, resinous, funky, but it's so alluring, and it has a calming effect for some reason. At least on me, it has a calming effect, but it has a sexual feel maybe because of the fecal the fecal nuances makes this fragrance sexual, which is weird. But I don't know, this fragrance is magical for me, and I still need to understand more about this fragrance. This has so many layers, like this oud, I mean, it's so good. It's very heavy, the performance is immense. It's one of the best oud fragrances that I ever tried, and I'm so happy that I found this one. And I love the bottle presentation. Just number 4, but nonetheless, these are some of the best oud fragrances that you have to try actually. For a rose oud, the Uncompromising Sohan. For just oud with musk, Mukhallat Shams. Number 4 spot, these two. Coming in at number 3 spot, another fantastic discovery, this time from the house of Xerjoff. Wow, this is so underrated. It is Cruz del Sur 1. So I already have the Cruz del Sur 2, or already had, but this, which is very different from this one. Cruz del Sur 2, which I already did a review, it's a fruity fragrance. This is a leather, incense, animalic scent. So yeah, very different. It's very spicy. The animalic nuances here, it's like the castoreum. The leather in here gives me like castoreum feels. So it feels animalic, incense. It's a bit cold. Has a cold nuance in here, like a cold feel because of the incense. And it's magical. Another scent that I feel that it deserves so much more attention than it actually has nowadays. Cruz del Sur 1 might not be, I mean, the most mass appealing scent, but it's, I think, one of the best from Xerjoff. Definitely one of the most unique fragrances from Xerjoff, and in terms of quality, I mean, it's amazing. If you love animalic leather fragrances, just check this one out. It's definitely deserves of your attention. Could be easily number one. I mean, the performance, at least on my skin, it's okay. I mean, it lasts the entire day, but I was expecting to be even more, let's say, beastly, but it's not, which is good because maybe it would be too much. This fragrance is so intense, but I absolutely love this one. As you can see already, like, I bought this one very recently and I already wore this quite a bit. This is one of the best from Xerjoff. Cruz Sur 1. Amazing. Number 3 spot. Coming in the number 2 spot, this is a newcomer to my collection and I have yet to review it. It's from the house of Andy Tower and it is Sundowner. This one right here. This is the best release from Andy Tower in years. I love Andy Tower. I love his fragrances. They are very unique with their Tower Oud, but lately, in the last couple of years, I mean, his releases have been a bit disappointing. I mean, Photo Blue, I think it is Photo Blue, which is the aquatic fragrance, reminds me a lot of Acqua di Sale from Profumum Roma. And then you have other fragrances like the Swiss Alps, L'air of Swiss Alps, I think it's the name. It was just way too harsh, borderline like synthetic. When I say synthetic, it's like in a harsh way, like it's very harsh, it's very piercing to my nose. It's not smooth, the edges are not rounded. It's more in that way when I'm saying that it was feeling synthetic. So yeah, his latest releases have been quite disappointing. This one, Sundowner, wow, love at first sniff. So good. So we have cinnamon, tobacco, rose. You have ambergris, you have tonka bean, you have cacao, you have vanilla. And this is the reason why tobacco vanille is not featured. Now I'm not featured in this list, but I'm not saying that this is similar or it's like a clone of tobacco vanille. Not at all. This is still very different from tobacco vanille. Actually, if you are familiarized with Fi Un Rose Kandahar, which I have and I absolutely love, like it's one of my all-time favorites from Andy Tower, the tobacco used in here and the vanilla, it shares similarities with Fi Un Rose Kandahar. But this fragrance, wow, it's so delicious. It's so good. This has gourmand qualities because of the vanilla, the cacao with the tonka bean, the cinnamon. So this feels very Christmassy. And the tobacco leaves are so smooth, and this fragrance has a natural feel to it. It's simply perfect for winter, although this will not project a lot, but this will last the entire day. It's not a fragrance that it will scream out of your skin. This is an eau de parfum concentration, but it's not a fragrance that it will project. You will not feel a room. It's not that you will feel that people will smell you and you will make a stand. No, this fragrance is a bit more alluring, more next to you, nonetheless creates a nice scent cloud around you. I think this is perfect for date night. Perfect. I think I will even wear this during my Christmas Eve, actually. I think it's perfect for that. It's very cozy, delicious, alluring. I just want to eat this fragrance, actually. It's delicious. It's amazing. An amazing scent. Is it the most unique? No, but it has unique qualities. It has a Tower Oud. It has that Fi Un Rose Kandahar feel, but take that rose and add more gourmand qualities. For a tobacco scent, it's basically like, for you to understand, it's like Andy Tower is taking tobacco vanille and adding his magic, if that makes sense, so that you would have like an idea how this smells like. Now again, this is far from tobacco vanille. but it's just for you to, I mean, imagine how this smells. It's a delicious fragrance, and that's why it's number 2. I mean, I'm so addicted to this fragrance. It's definitely my favorite release of this year, hands down. It's Sundowner from Andy Tower. My number 1. This was hard, but I think this deserves the number 1 spot. It's from the house of Frederic Malle, and it's a jewel in my collection. It is Promise. This one right here. Promise, number 1. It's so good. Wow. Now this fragrance is immense. This is definitely like a beast. It's so intoxicating and so unique. I love the apple, the green apple in here. It's so good. It's definitely the best green apple accord that I tried so far. And you have rose, you have cypriol, which gives this like resinous, dark smokiness. You have spices. This fragrance is just amazing. You have castoreum in here as well. This is a bit animalic. It's very spicy with a green, and then you have green apple with rose. Cypriol, it's smoky, it's dark. Oh man, this is so complex and so powerful. This is a regal scent, and I think I will wear this during my Christmas day. This fragrance is just a beast, but it's made for special occasions, and when you want to feel special, you will wear Promise from Frederic Malle. I absolutely love it. It's definitely one of my favorite purchases of this year. I'm so proud to have this fragrance in my collection. You have no idea. This is so good. I love the green apple. I love the rose. I love the entire blend of this scent. It's so unique, and it has Frederic Malle's stamp quality. It's amazing. It's Promise from Frederic Malle, created by Dominique Ropion. And this fragrance finishes this list, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Tell me in the comments down below, what fragrances will you wear during the winter time? What are your favorite winter fragrances? And what fragrances you think I should try for the winter time? Tell me everything in the comments down below, guys. And see you in the next video. Take care. Ciao.